Valerie salgs- og markedssjef i Finnmark Moods, som en sjøbasert reiselivsbedrift her i Alta. Vi snakker om hvalsafari, reiselivet, Tyskland og hvorfor Alta verdens beste by å bo i.
Næringsveiene produsert av markedsføringsbyrået Mediaveien.
Welcome here.
Thank you.
So what takes your focus in this time?
Right now, pretty much work all of the time. Whale watching, the whales are here, so it's high season for me now.
So I have seen on the Facebook, you post a lot of good videos and it's a lot of whales in the fjords now.
Oh, I try with the video. I don't know how good they are. But it's learning by doing, I guess. But it's a lot of whales and it's been really great. This year it's a lot more whales than last year already. So that's been fun.
So what time is the season?
They come in October and they leave maybe late January, mid-February. They are in the area a bit longer. It's just not reliable enough to take guests out.
So what type of guests are you taking out? Is it from the cruise ships?
Well, I usually do day tours, so 4-hour tours at a time. And I take, either I have scheduled tours where everyone can join. And that's usually people that are here for a week or a couple of days, staying at different hotels. And then I try to get a foot in the door with the cruise ships and that they basically rent the whole boat. And then I have, a lot of people from the ship at once.
Yeah, that's perfect because you are like right next to the cruise ships also.
Yeah, it's actually kind of nice that they only have to walk over for like 1 minute and then they're already there. It's quite practical for everyone.
How many people are used to be at the boat when you go out?
Well, maximum I take 35, maybe 36, but I prefer anything with like 20. But on average days, it's not as many. It's like 18 to 20, maybe.
So what do you do, and what do you do to entertain them while they are on the tour?
Well, we start the tour by everyone coming into the boat, and they take off their jackets, and I have to do like safety introduction to the boat, obviously, and I give a little bit of introduction to Finnmark Moods and myself. So how I ended up here, because usually people are a bit confused why I'm there. And then I talk about what we're looking for on the tour. So how do we spot the whales? How do we see the difference between the whales and how the tour is going to go, basically. Yeah. And then I just give them coffee and we just start to talk a bit.
What is the difference between the whales?
Well, basically, we mainly have 3 types of whales in the Alta fjord that we're looking for: fin whales, humpbacks, and orcas. And obviously the orcas are quite small compared to the others, and they're black, so they're easier to see. But from the distance, it's a little bit difficult to spot the difference between the fin whales and the humpbacks, because they're both showing like their lower back. Their blow is a bit different, when they come off the water, like this. It's a bit higher in the fin whales, and then also when the humpbacks go under the water, they will show their tail, and the fin whales don't. But it's a little bit difficult for people that have never seen them to spot the difference from a distance. But I let them guess, so I never be like, oh, it's this one. I'm like, what do you think it is? And then,
Yeah, how is their reaction?
Well, everyone is always very excited about seeing anything, actually. So we go out to the fjord as fast as we can for the first 15 to 20 minutes to hopefully find the whales. And as soon as we see either a fin or the blow, then we slow down and everyone puts on their jacket and can go outside. And as soon as they see the first blow, they get super excited, and you can feel that there's a lot of energy on the boat and excitement.
I suppose they take lots of pictures and do like touristy things.
Yes. I think I'm always the main tourist. I take most pictures. But there's a lot of pictures and videos, and then afterwards they always share it with each other. If someone got a really good shot, then they're like sending it on the boat to each other. It's quite nice.
What do you enjoy the most about those tours?
I like meeting people. I like talking well, I like talking in general, but I like talking about Alta and explaining to people why I'm here and why I like it here. Because many people come here and are a little bit like, oh, I never heard about this place, and my tour operator recommended it or something. And then all of a sudden they're so surprised how nice it is here. And I like to talk about my experience with that. Yeah.
So what is your experience?
You mean how I ended up here? Or, well, I was an exchange student in UIT here in Alta. I studied tourism management in the Netherlands, and there was mandatory to go abroad. And they chose Alta for me. I didn't choose it, actually. My first choice was Japan, Tokyo. So it was a little bit different. But then the school chose Alta for me, and I came here in 2nd of January 2022, I think. And I was supposed to stay for only 5 months. And, well, yeah, now it's been 4 years. But I don't know, I just had such a good time here. I loved everything here that I decided, I'm just going to stay a little bit longer. So all my exchange friends left, and I was like, 2 more months. And then I went to Honningsvåg to guide there for the cruise ships and for hurtigvoksende. And then after that, I was like, I can't leave. I need to find something else. And part of my study was to do an internship. So I applied to different companies here in Alta. And then I ended up getting a position in Finnmark. And through that, I got to see Alta and whole Finnmark, actually, like even more, like from a whole different perspective. And then after that, I was like, okay, there's no going back right now. Yeah, and then...
Had you done any guiding before you came to Norway?
No, that was just a coincidence. Norway is a very expensive country when you come from Germany. And I didn't get any student funding in Germany, so I knew I needed to work here. And that opportunity just popped up. Boreal had like this flyer in school for a guide course, and I was like, I could try. And then, I don't know, as I said, I like talking, so I just started doing that, and I loved it. So my entire exchange semester, I was guiding all of the time, because you get to do dog sledding and reindeer sledding, snowmobiling, northern lights. You get to do all of the cool things everyone loves to do, but you get paid for it, and that made it even better. So I still love the guiding. I still help out every now and then, just, yeah, not as much anymore.
Did you get seasick when you started to go on the boat?
Luckily, no. That was I got the job before trying out if I get seasick or not. So first I got the job, and then I went on the boat, and luckily I never got seasick.
So how does a normal day look for you?
A tour day? Well, basically it depends a little bit on the snow. If it has been snowing a lot, I might be at the boat at 7 and shovel some snow and get off the ice, because we don't want it to be slippery. And I start making coffee and tea and make sure the boat on the inside is nice and warm and also clean, obviously, and prepare all the cups and cookies and stuff. And then by 9:30, 9:45, I'll walk to the harbor building and start looking for the guests. I have like a list on my phone, and then I check who's there, who's missing. If anyone's late, then I might call them or not. No, I call them, but until I have everyone. And then we start the tour. It's anything from 3 hours to 4 hours, but we always try to be as close to 4 hours as possible. And then when the guests leave, I clean up the boat. I take up all my cups and the coffee and the thermoses and bring it home and wash it in the dishwasher. And then I get the boat ready for the next tour. And then afterwards, I have to fix all the emails and meetings. It's long days in the winter.
Do you have a big team around you?
No. So since Finnmark Moods is a really new company, I've been doing most of it by myself. So for the first 1 year, I was completely by myself, starting up with, from zero, actually. That was the name and the idea. And then I started up, so I've been doing everything by myself there. And nowadays I have Oliver. He's the junior boss, so he's the daglig leder. He's taking over some of the background work, but like the daily operations. with the tour preparation and the sales and the bookings, that's still just me. Quite team, small team, yes. The only thing that I don't do is drive the boat. I don't have anything to do with that. I have Bjørn Magne. He's helping me with the boat coordination and that kind of stuff. Yeah. But in Finnmark Moods, I do everything by myself.
What do you miss the most about Germany?
My family. Yeah, obviously. I come from a very small village in the northwest of Germany, and I would say like I'm like related to half the village because my whole family has been living there ever since anyone could think back. Like we have this family tree book, and every generation is from the same small village. So yeah, so my extended family, everyone's in the same place, and we're very close. And when I moved to Norway, 2 weeks before I moved, my sister found out she was pregnant. So, yeah, my niece, I miss her a lot. But they come visit me, and I go home twice a year at least, so it's okay. And then obviously my friends and everything that's going on there.
What is the biggest cultural differences?
I think, well, I can only speak for my part of Germany, not for the rest. I think we have a lot of small traditions that are like in our routine, basically, for like birthdays and like activities we do with like the village community. Those things, I guess, is a bit different. Here, people are very, like, what I love about Norway and about Alta, here everyone is outside, and that's part of the culture here. It's just, okay, it's -20, let's go make a bonfire out on the snow, or let's go sledding, let's go skiing, and everyone is living more conscious. Like, you need to make the best out of your surroundings. And in Germany, we don't do that so much. In my part of Germany. Yeah, we don't do anything outside, actually. But it's raining all the time. You don't want to be in the rain.
That's true. No, it's nice here in Norway. It's like snowy and heller nice in Alta. It's close to nature trails and things to do in the winter and summer. So
yeah, I love the winter here. It's the best. The colder, the better, actually. The more snow, the better.
So, where do you think the Finnmark Moods is in like 5 and 10 years?
Well, I hope it continues to grow, and I hope that eventually we can hire some people and have like a whole team. In my dream, we would have like an office or like building something by the water where the guests can meet up and have a coffee before the trip, like a meet-up point. That would be really cool, like a little cafe or something. And I hope that we manage to establish as the small or like as the local company for boat tours or whale watching before the boats from other places come here for the whales. Because that will happen, we know that. It's not a question of if, it's just when. And I would like to be like the local option, that people want to choose.
So, how is it with the seasons when you're not doing like whale watching? What other types of seasons are there for the boat tours?
Well, Alta is more or less a winter destination at this point. Visit Alta is working on this project of making it a all-year destination. Summer here is great as well. There's so much to do, and I wish people would see that. I always like to say we're the gas station between Tromsø and the North Cape, kind of. So I hope that people would stop with their bobilt and take a day or a night here. But for me, the summer is a bit difficult. Like, most of the things are happening in winter. When the whales are gone, I will switch to king crab tours. I always go to Storekorsnes. I work together with Ellen there, and we take like a little cruise and then go on the land, and they can see the king crab that they have caught in Storekorsnes, and then have lunch there, and then go back, or like a short fjord safari. But I would love to do like a midnight sun cruise in the summer, or something to like Øksfjord, because there's so many nice places in the Altafjord. That I hope I can, come up with new tours in the summer as well.
And how was it to work at the Finnmarksløpet?
It was the best. I loved it. It was really nice. The people there are super, super nice, and everyone is so excited about what they're doing. And as I said, I got to see Finnmark, like all of it. We took like this little road trip through all of the checkpoints to talk to the people there and make sure everything's there. So I got to go to like all the way to Kirkenes and Pasvik, and yeah, it was just super nice. And I got to meet all the different mushers. We went to Gold Rush Run in Finland to help there as volunteers so that I get to see how a sled dog race works in the first place. Yeah, it was just super nice.
What was your role in the company then?
Well, I was for everything, you could kind of say, like an intern does. I was mainly focusing on the store because, that was just a nice task to do, like, continuously. So I came up with, like, this sweaters that they had, this limited edition World Championship thing, and I had, like, all of them printed, and then I was trying to think about a way to make the store a little bit more interesting. So we went to Rogadal. He's like, he's the one musher that has been doing it for so many years. So he had all of the newspaper and so many pictures from the 80s and the 90s. So I copied some of them and made like a memory wall in the store to make it look a little bit nicer. Does that make sense? So I was working a lot on the store. And then the banquet, so if you say it like that, with the prices and sorting the mushers and, by their countries, and like a lot of like these small things everywhere. Yeah, but it was super cool. I loved everything, like all of it.
So did you like pick up inspiration from the store at Finnmarksløpet to maybe have a future plan for the Finnmark Moods?
Yeah, I would love to have some souvenirs for the guests. I made some cups, like this typical cups you have on a boat, and have our logo printed on it, and I use them on every tour, so that we also like don't have so many paper cups that we have to throw away. And I'm working on stickers, but I'm constantly fighting with ChatGPT about those stickers because it doesn't want to do it like I want it. But eventually when I come up with like a design that I like, I would like to have it on maybe t-shirts or sweaters or something like that. That would be cool. I would like to have like this, as I said, like this office meet-up point, souvenir store, something like that would be cool.
Basically a merchandise store with
like a little side piece. Yeah, should be more like a cozy place to warm up and hang out afterwards. Yeah.
If you got like 2 million kroner that you need to use on development of Finnmark Moods, and if it's not the shop, what else would you use that money for?
I would like to invest in marketing because I'm not so good at that. That's what I have you for, luckily. Some small things about the boat, like, there's always something to do on the boat. Like, it's a boat. Like, what would I do with that much money? Hire my own captain that I could offer tours all the time, hire more guides, and go to all of the tourism fairs there are and try to sell it. Never thought about that.
And how do you, I assume you are active at like this Visit Alta partner meetings. How do you network with other businesses? Do you do some cooperation with others, or is it just with Storkorsnes?
I'm a member of Visit Alta, and I try to work as much as I can with the other companies here in Alta. I know most of them from my guiding times, which is quite nice. But basically I have a cooperation with most of them that they can book my tours as well, because I'm not a competition in that sense. I have a whole different experience than most of them have. So if people are dog sledding for 5 days, maybe they want to do something else one of the days. Or if they stay in Solsniva for a couple of days, then it's always nice to, have different kinds of activities. So yeah, most of the companies here in Alta know that they can call and then they can bring their guests on my tours. And that's quite nice. And I just started now to invite some of those people from the companies here in Alta on my tours as well. So I had a couple people from Björnfjell join last Saturday, just so, as a little thank you, I guess. And you're better at selling things that you know. So that's kind of the thought behind it.
Well, that's genius, because then they can experience it and it's easier to recommend to the guests.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So whatever you know, you sell better.
How did you get this job to start with?
I was working at the cruise terminal. So when I did finish my studies here, I wrote my bachelor thesis here, and then afterwards I was thinking, what can I do? And through the guiding, I got to know the people at the Boreal office, and they needed someone for one season to do the dispatching for the cruise buses, and I wanted to stay, so I was like, okay, I can do that. So I was already at the harbor for a whole winter season, and that's why my boss found me, if that makes sense. I never actively applied for the job. Anne Christian was talking with Henriette, that he needs someone to start up this company with him, for him. And if she knew someone, and then, well, Henriette had me, she could have kept me. But luckily enough, she was nice enough to tell him about me. And then he gave me a call and actually had the job interview in this office on this table. Yeah, and that's how I got it.
Was it did you say yes straight away, or did you have to think about it?
No, I didn't have to think about it. For me, it was easy choice. It was more like, okay, I hope they want me to do it. So it was quite the long job interview, and with Anne Christian and also the board, and what would my ideas be? How would I approach this whole process? Because there was nothing to start with. There was just the name and the idea and very little around it. So how would you even think about starting up a company? And then I was just telling them about my ideas and and then luckily they liked what I said. But for me, it was no thinking, because I think it's a once in a lifetime chance to get this opportunity, right out of university, to start your own company, basically. So yeah, I didn't have to think about it at all. Also, it was a reason for me to stay in Alta.
Was it any surprises that you didn't see coming when you took the job? Was it any surprises that surprised you in there?
I think at the very beginning, I approached it very naively, you could say. I was like, oh, I have this boat. I'm going to do tours twice a week, and they're going to be fully booked. And every tour will be like that. And in reality, it's just not like that. Some tours have more people, some have less. And that's something I needed to learn with time. And sometimes I'm super excited about an idea that I come up with about the tour, but then people don't book it. I was like, oh, damn it, I would love to do this tour, but no one's buying it. So you kind of have to test and feel how it's going with individual tours, what's going good, what's not going so well. Yeah. So learning by doing. I'm still working on it.
What have been some of the highlights?
I think I'm always very happy to see the people being so excited when I do whale tours and we find the whales and people get so emotional, and being part of creating something so memorable for them. That's, I think, the nicest part for me. Yeah. Making dreams come true.
It's a nice slogan.
It's nice.
So what do you have some new tours coming up? Some exciting new tours that you haven't?
No, yes. I really would love to do the Midnight Sun cruise in the summer. It's just that there's not enough demand for it yet. I would love to have the King Crab tour open for public booking rather than just groups as it is now. And I would love to do something with the smaller villages But I'm thinking about it, like what can we do, because the tours can't be too long, because then they get too expensive and then people won't buy it. Especially in the summer, it's a bit more price sensitive than in the winter. So yeah, if anyone has a good idea, let me know.
Were you on this mega workshop farm in Lofoten?
Yeah, I went there.
How did that go?
It was quite interesting. It was the first experience for me in that kind of setup. It was mainly people working in a travel agency in Germany. I used to work in a travel agency in Germany, so I'm quite used to those, like what they're thinking, what they're looking for. And it was really nice meeting all of them, and it was a bit surprising to see how little people knew about Alta. So I was the first table to come into this room, so I was like the first one for them to hear about Alta. Everyone else from Alta was sitting a little bit further out, and I felt like I was Visit Alta. Everyone was like, "Oh, what is Alta? Where's that? I didn't hear about that." And then I went to Katja, and I was like, "Katja, I need flyers from Visit Alta." And then I started sending them to her, and I was like, "She's over there. Just there's more people. I do whale watching in Alta." But it was very nice, good learning experience for me, for sure.
Yeah, it must be a life hack to like speak German to them, and a bonding experience and everything.
Was very practical. Every time I started speaking German, they were like, "Oh, nice, practical." And it's very good to have, like, there's a lot of Germans coming to Alta in general, and for them it's always a nice surprise. I don't sell it as I speak German. It's a German-speaking tour because the main guiding is in English, but for them it's always a pleasant surprise. And most Germans are not as proficient in English as Norwegians are. So it's definitely a perk, like a benefit, I would say.
I remember I was one summer in Honningsvågen, was like looking at boat passes for these cruise ships to like security, and I think 10% of the Germans spoke English. The rest just talk German to me.
Yeah, they just like come in and just start speaking German initially, and you're like, I mean, for me it's fine, but I know that for other people there's like, "Excuse me, you're not in Germany." So no. Yeah.
And when you are like speaking with those agencies, is that like a long process when you talk to them till you get eventual guests on the boat?
Well, in tourism, people book very much in advance most of the time. So now we're starting to talk about 2027, especially with the cruise ships. With the cruise ships, I'm very happy that I have Boreal here in Alta, that they help me to like navigate it, because it's very complicated with all of the agencies and all of the different cruise lines, and they all want different things and have different focus. So I'm quite happy that Boreal is like sorting that for me, and I just have to say yes or no, kind of. And then with the travel agencies, it's a lot of emailing and meetings and introducing, and then hoping they have a group coming to Alta that, they will reserve a spot or a day, and then we're like, okay, we want to sell this tour, and then either they sell it or people don't buy it. We'll see. But I can feel that Alta is like growing. It's like more people coming here, and the demand is definitely there.
Are you excited about this new Lufthansa flights?
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. I think it's gonna be great for all of Alta. Just like not because people from Frankfurt can come, but because that's such a huge airport that we get like basically the whole world connected to Alta now. And I think it's just the first one to come. I think there's gonna be more afterwards, like the Finnair in the summer, and then maybe another one in the winter after that. Yeah, so I think it's gonna put Alta on the map more. Just hope there will be a flight from northern Germany as well, so I can go home easy.
What do you see any big challenges that the reiseliv is going to face the next coming years?
Yeah, I'm really hoping we don't get mass tourism here. I think Tromsø and Lofoten have both shown me what I don't want for a place that I live in. So even though I work in tourism, and I want, obviously, Finnmark Moods to grow and Alta to grow, I would want it to be, like, in a limited capacity so that it's, like, nice for the people, but also, like, for the tourists, but also nice for the people that live here. It shouldn't become, like, all about the money. It should be, like, a natural, healthy growth that Alta is a nice place, to live. Yeah. So I see a big problem, not problem, obviously for me it's nice that the whales are coming, but it's very obvious that with the whales coming here, more boats will be moving here from, I don't know, from other places. It's not so hard to, bring a boat here and then start tourism here as well. And we can see it in Skjervøy. There's like 40 boats operating there currently for whale watching. And here in Alta we were 2 or 3, maybe 4 in one day. And I'm a bit worried about, what kind of scale we could have, especially since we have the airport and we have flights from other countries coming in, that people just switch from Tromsø to Alta for that, and then it grows a bit too fast, maybe. I don't know.
What do you, when you want to relax, what do you do then?
I'm still learning outdoor things here. I come from the flattest part of Germany, so I didn't learn any skiing or something. So I really enjoy the cross-country ski. I'm going this Komsa loop a lot just to practice because I fall a lot. I love to go hiking in the summer. I got myself this rooftop tent, and I like to just, I don't know, I really love Loppa kommune and all the small places there. So in the summer, I like to go camping there. I would love to learn this, what is it called, top tour? You know, where you go up the mountain and then drive down. I can do alpine skiing.
Randonnée.
Yeah, that. Yeah. I want to learn that, but I don't know how you learn that. I know how to do alpine skiing. That I learned, but I would never dare to go alone, so.
Isn't it the same, just you need to walk up?
Yeah, but I don't think it's so smart to just walk up a random mountain without knowing the snow and
that's true.
Stuff, so maybe not.
Yeah, I always think like avalanches.
Yeah, that's like what I'm worried about. And or there's like a ditch or something and I fall in it, and I don't know how to read a compass, and I don't know how to read cards, and I'm gonna take my snowmobile license though this winter.
Nice.
So I'm very excited about that.
Then you can start like with snowmobile safari also.
No. Oh, no. There's enough companies doing that. I'm gonna stick with the boat.
So do you have any places you want to go with the snowmobile, or is it just generally for fun?
My goal is to go with the snowmobile on top of the mountain where I can see the water. I don't need a specific place, but I've seen it on so many people here in Alta have these pictures on their Facebook where it's like snowmobile and then you can see all the white mountains and the sea, and I'm like, oh, I want that.
Have you been on like a snowmobile tour before?
Yeah, once last year with my colleague. We went to Detsika, I think it's called, and then we didn't drive all the way to Jotka, but like a good bit, and that was really cool. Yeah.
It's fun, exciting, and a little adrenaline.
Yeah, and for me it's such a new world. It's like nothing that I know from home. We don't have snow in my home. I didn't grow up with a lot of snow, so for me, it's just so nice. I love it.
Was it hard, the transition from living in Germany, then you were always inside, to coming here and must be outside?
No, I think it was exciting. Like, especially in the exchange semester, we were outside all the time. The class that I took in UIT was Arctic Adventure Tourism. So we were outside a lot anyway, like making fire on the snow and building up Bolavo and that kind of stuff. So it was kind of like an easy transition. But I thought it was a bit hard to come up myself with like the plans to do that, because I don't have the knowledge to, start up my own ski tour or whatever. I think it was more exciting than anything else. Yeah.
Well, we have YouTube nowadays, so we can learn everything there.
I'd rather have an in-person here that's like a real person that could actually show me how to do it. I even needed to learn how to dress here, because I bought some like woolen underwear in Germany. So it was quite expensive, and I was freezing. I was freezing so bad. And then, getting all of that stuff is expensive. And then learning how to dress in the first place is everyone here knows it from the beginning. So no one cares to be like, oh yeah, you need to have that layer and then that layer. And if it's this weather, you need to do that, because it's normal and no one thinks about it. And I was just like, I don't know. But that was nice in Finnmark that there we were outside also, and then Kaja helped me with like the wool and stuff, how to do it.
If you could give yourself an advice with all the knowledge you have today to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell yourself?
Not overthink so much about career, about what to do. I was always worried, like, what kind of job do I have to do? And I always thought the one that I do at 18 or 19, I have to do for the rest of my life. And I never thought that it's possible to switch. So I was like, okay, I have to find something that I love to the end of the world. But I think nowadays, for me, it's more about like learning and continue to learn with the job. And if I'm done learning, then maybe I have to move on to something new. And that's what I love about Finnmark Moods, because I'm learning all of the time, because all of it is so new. So, yeah, that, I think.
Yeah. And do you want to promote anything?
Well, yeah, Finnmark Moods. Well, it would be nice if people from Alta also want to join. They're always welcome to. For me, it's nice to meet people from Alta to learn better Norwegian, practice with them. And obviously for them to see this part of their home as well. It's super cool out on the fjord. I love it. For most people, I think for some from Alta, it's actually starting to be boring. Like the crew on my boat, they never get as excited. They're like, what's she talking about? And I'm like, yeah.
Super excited.
Every day I'm going out and I'm like, wow, this is so cool. So yeah, I just love to share that with people if they're from Alta or anywhere in the world. But I think Alta people should see it too, yeah.
Is Norwegian difficult to learn?
Yeah. I think my problem is when I was an exchange student, you have a lot of things in mind, but not studying. So I was a bit lazy in my Norwegian class. And then afterwards I was like, just 2 more months, And then I never focused on actually learning the language because I was just excited about doing things. And everyone here is so good in English that you just get used to it. And then honestly, I got a little bit lazy about it because it just works so well. But now it's getting better because I decided to live here permanently. I officially moved out of Germany and officially moved here. So I put in more effort in learning. And the crew on my boat, they refuse to speak any English with me. So I'm practicing a lot there. And everything work-related is kind of okay now. But small talk is really difficult. If you're in a public place, there's more people speaking and different, noises, then I have to stare at you and that's it's a bit hard. But it's coming along. Yeah, it will come.
No, I think that was a perfect, nice podcast. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Some cases you want to bring up or anything?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah. You can just say book a tour on Finnmark Moods and get out in the ocean and experience the whales and maybe northern lights also if you're lucky.
You already said it. No, perfect.
Yes. Nice. Okay, bye-bye everybody.